On the 13th of May, 21 symbols of the revolution were to attend a military court session to face charges of overthrowing the government. The court had been delayed to appoint defense attorneys to the accused. The families of the detainees were able to see the effects of the torture, as political activist Muhammad Hassan Jawad had visible signs on his body from electric shock treatment. The daughter of Ibrahim Sharif said that her father had lost a lot of weight because of ill treatment in prison. And as for human rights activist Abdul Hadi Al-Khwaja, he had 4 fractures on his left face and he had had surgery done to him at the BDF hospital. The court sentenced Hamad Youssef to 15 years for attempted murder of police security and illegal gathering. In a statement from Hamad bin Salman Al Khalifa, the national safety measures were to be lifted on the 1st of June to coincide with the Formula 1 deadline to decide whether or not to hold a race in Bahrain. And the BDF chief confirmed that Al Jazeera Shield were to stay even after the measures were to be lifted to prevent any foreign aggression and instability, and sent a message to the revolutionaries: if you come back, we shall too, and it would be much more fierce. The oppressive regime continued in its stumbles and random policies as they arrested a huge number of medical staff, from nurses to doctors, from Samania Hospital and many other health centers this week, including the arrest of Dr. Zakaria Al-Akri on the 10th of this month. Some of those suspended from work today, Saturday the 14th of May, were called in for questioning as well. On the dawn of Friday the 13th of May, the security forces targeted Al Sadiq Mosque in the village of Draz, where they assaulted the mosque's single Pakistani worker and ransacked its contents, in addition to stealing plasma screens and audio equipment. On Friday as well, Maryam Al-Khwaja, daughter of human rights activist Abdul Hadi Al-Khwaja, attended a Congress session where she condemned the US silence on the atrocities in Bahrain. Mr. Richard Solomon, Deputy Director of Physicians for Human Rights, was first to talk about the human rights violations in Bahrain, where he said that the Bahraini security forces stole ambulances and impersonated medical staff in a process to disrupt medical services to the people. He also added that the US had been slow to react and that it should demand the release of all medical staff. Congress Speaker in response said, US-Bahraini relations are strong. However, when it comes to human rights violations, we should not turn a blind eye. Under the banner of Friday, Day of Sacred Defense, protests were held in several villages, renouncing the brutality of the regime, the mass arrests, and the assault of women in their homes and in prison as well. In response, the security forces proceeded with their usual crackdowns on marches that were in progress and tried to stop others from even starting. The people did not surrender to that fact though, as Bilad al-Qadim's night protest ended in peace, but was followed with a fierce crackdown in the village in the aftermath. Another protest was held in the village of Musalla, and the people of Draz decorated the village with candles in memory of the martyrs. In Egypt, the people stood in Freedom Square in solidarity with the Bahraini revolutionaries, where Sheikh Sayyid al-Azhari, member of Al-Azhar's Development Committee, said, "We apologize, for we did not know about your plight, and the Azhar's chief cleric only represents himself, and his statement about Bahrain does not represent us."